Today I'm going to show you how to install this lighted flag mount on our 2022 Goldwing. Let's get going. First thing we got to do is take the seat off. So I've removed the side cover and unbolted everything with the seat. If you need to know exactly how to take the seat off, we'll put a link below for a video on how to take the seat off. But for right now, we've just prepped it. We'll remove that seat. And now we can move over to drilling the hole and getting the mount put together. We're going to open the trunk and we're going to mark out where the hole gets drilled right here. I like to put some tape down right here. It helps the paint from chipping and it makes it a little bit easier to see where the mark is going to be. So just regular painter's tape, won't leave a residue, nice and easy. Then we're going to take this piece here and line it up so that there's an edge on the back corner where this piece comes down. You want to make sure that this edge is right along that edge but not sticking over. And that'll locate that hole just perfectly. You can use a pen, but you want to mark in the middle of the hole. I'm going to use a center punch. There we go. Now remove this. You don't want to drill through it because it can spin. And just a standard 1/4 inch bit. You can use a 6mm too. And then we're going to drill this hole right here. We want to make sure that you only drill through this panel. So go slow. Just like that. You can remove the tape carefully. Little trick to removing the tape: if you fold it over itself like this, it's a lot less likely to chip anything. So as you can see, it came out perfect. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this little push pin out, and there's 3 screws in here that we have to remove too, so we can slide this panel out a little bit to get to the screw that we actually bolt everything down with. So we're simply going to remove these 3 screws, 1, 2, and 3. And save them because we're going to put them back in when we're done. Now we don't need to remove this whole side panel, we just need to slide this out a little bit. And to do that, we're just going to pull back on this. It's going to make a loud noise and a pop. It's going to sound like it's breaking, but it doesn't. So that is as far as we need to get that out so we can get to this bolt right down in here. Next, we're going to put the spacer in, make sure that the top hat part is facing down and fits inside of the bolt hole where we just pulled that small screw from. And then we're going to slide this over and above to put it back in place here. All right. To make sure that your spacer is lined up with the hole, you can just slide something in there to line it up. Double check alignment. Now we're going to clean this quick with a little bit of ammonia-based cleaner to make sure there's no wax on there. We'll peel the back, stick that down, and put the bolt in. With the mount up there nice and solid, now we can reinstall these 3 small screws we took out from here. The bolt that we took out of the top, we can disregard that, like to keep those things. And then of course the push pin that we showed you earlier that we took out, we'll need to put that back in, and then the side panel is back fastened. So let's do that quick. And it's important on these, do not over tighten them because you can strip out the plastic that they're going to. You just want to get them snug, but don't over tighten. Let me show you the trick about using these reusable pins. As I showed you when we took it out, we pushed that pin in. We need that pin to be popped back up like that. So kind of like when the turkey's ready on Thanksgiving. And then we'll put it back in the hole and then push this right back down, and that's what locks it, is when it's flush like that, it'll be locked. Now to mount the flag to the mount, we're going to use this screw here and a lock washer and a standard washer. Just like that. We'll put the flag on. Carefully screw it up from the bottom here. And make sure the flag part is aimed back. And tighten it up. Next part is running this wire, and we're going to tie that wire off just like so. I'm going to put a little stop in here. You can also use a piece of tape or a wire tie like I'll show you here in a moment. Okay, we're going to tie this wire down. I'm going to clean this off, make sure there's no wax or grease or anything on it. Just a little ammonia-based window cleaner, basically. And I'm going to cinch it down with one of these and a wire tie. These wire ties will come with it, the little zip ties. You can use a piece of tape, or these are available just about any hardware store as well. And it's just a peel and stick. You want to make sure that wire comes behind the bolt here. And we're going to fold it over and see where it needs to be, and we'll hold it there. So we'll put this piece right where that wire was, just like so. Take our wire tie and put it through, go around the wire. I'm going to snug it up a bit, and then that'll keep it nice and tight. We'll clip off the end, and then we're going to move to running the wiring rather, down to the battery. So there's a gap in here, and you just need to put these wires down in here and feed them down like so, and then we'll go from the other side and pull them out the bottom. So the wire will come out somewhere in this general area down here. And just pull it through. I like to feed it from the top as I'm pulling it, just to make sure that there's nothing going to bind and slip. Make sure we're clear on the top side. We are. Now we want to route this wire. Now this is important. You want to route it. You don't want to route it across the top of this because the seat can touch off on that. So come around underneath this ledge, just like so. And I'm going to go under the bar. And around through these wires. I'm actually going to put it under this rubber piece here too. Pull it through, and then down towards where we're going to put the ends on and attach it into the fuse box. So next we're going to put these connectors on the end. What I like to do is just with a little needle nose is just pre-bend these inner ones just slightly. Pre-bend those in, because as you can see when the wires go in, if it's pre-bent it'll be a little easier to get crimped than that. So with that, let me show you how to crimp them. I want to make sure that the metal end of the wire is at the end here. Don't do it like this, because then you're not making a good connection. Make sure that that wire is right in the crimped area. I'll crimp that side down. Now I'm going to just use my standard crimping tool. On the proper side. Make sure that that wire is nice and crimped on there, and then we'll fold these other two tabs over, and that will hold the wire nice and tight. Now that's on there nice and solid, and we can do the other one. Connectors are on. Now we've got to get inside this box. There's a accessory terminal right in behind here. So to open this, you push this tab in, pull the back out like that, and just this comes right off. These are the two screws we need to get to. Now if these have never been off, they can be very sticky the first time. So I've had these off, but make sure that you push in nice and hard when you turn so that you don't strip them. So the top is positive, that's the red. The bottom is negative, that's black. Now this is switched power. The power is off right now on the bike, so there's no current going through here currently. But I always do the positive first and then do the negative. Now there's also a little slot on the side here, right there and right there, that allows the wire to come through without getting pinched. So make sure you get it in the right spot. Again, red wire, positive, on top. And make sure those are nice and snug. We'll do the ground wire, and then we will test the light to make sure it works. The light works, no smoke anywhere, so we must have done it right. Now let's button it up. Now that we're all good, we just want to replace that cap. You start on the front side of it like so. It'll snap right in, and just make sure that these are clear. I can push them back a little bit like that, and then you won't have to worry about it. All that's left now, put the seat back on. We'll unfurl the flag, let it fly, turn it on, and admire the work. So our lighted flag holder, a great addition. If you need more information on how to wire other versions of this or how to put it on other bikes, go to goldstrike3d.com, and there's full instructions right there. So thanks for watching. I'm Ken Madden with Goldstrike, and we'll see you next time.